Welcome to Ball and Ballers. I got another show lined up for you today, and we're going to go over a few things, especially with regards to managerial rumors, players returning into the first team and joining the first team practice squad. I'm also going to talk about Mbeumo's comments that he had on that interview with Sky, I think it was. So I'm going to go into that and discuss all that. But the first thing I'm going to get into quickly is Xavi Hernandez and the managerial role. So, in case you haven't heard, Xavi Hernandez has thrown his hat into the ring and said, I want to come to United. I don't care about European football. I'm ready to come back to managing a team, and I want to come to United. And I'm offering my services to you, and I want it as a project, and I want to build a team, and the same words that Ruben Amorim used. In case you guys didn't know, he was the Barcelona manager until probably, was it the start of this year? Might be the start of this year. He used to be Barcelona captain. He's a La Liga winning coach. He's won the La Liga title. He's won the Supercopa de España. He's managed 142 games for Barca with a 62.68% win rate. And there we are with stats and stats and stats. But I don't really care. Like I said to you, a Saturday, was it? When we lost? I don't really care about stats anymore. I want to see what we do on that pitch. The stats will come in time, whatever. I don't really care about the 20 plus XG that we're going to get per game or whatever else we're going to get. But that is his stats, because I know a lot of people are interested in his stats and his past. So I will go over it. So he has a proven track record of winning. But he wants a challenge, and the challenge that he sees is United. I wanted to come to the Premiership. And maybe we could, maybe we couldn't. But it's not on the Ineos shortlist. He wasn't one of the players that was on that shortlist. So I don't know if Ineos will actually turn around and say, look, we want you to come. But I know Ineos really want Southgate. At least that's the heaviest rumor I've heard. Or Glasner, who's got Premier League experience. And I heard that Glasner did say that he doesn't mind. I think it was Ben Jacobs that said it. He doesn't mind coming to United. So it's a predetermination, really. But it's going to be tough, really, because I don't know what's going to happen with Amorim. Obviously, there's Ineos saying that we've got him till the end of the season, we're going to keep him. But if he keeps losing, I doubt that very much. And personally, I do still think it's going to be until November, but I don't want to keep talking about the same stuff again. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens in that Sunderland game. But I'm just bringing you some updates on manager interest, because there's a rumor that Amorim might resign also. But he's up and down with his emotions, so anything can happen, really. He has a Cruyffian philosophy. He likes possession. He likes the technical quality, and he likes clear footballing identity. So those are what he really likes, and they're mainly around that his style of play. His style of play is really a lot possession based. With Amorim winning 9 games out of 33 and losing 17, I don't really see him winning anymore. But, and this is a big but, reports from different various sources have said that Xavi is not currently on the Red Devils official shortlist. So there you have it. I don't think he's gonna really be coming in personally. I think this is one of them long shots that I mentioned, like Iriola. That was a long shot, but then I did hear that Iriola's is in the final year of his contract, and he hasn't signed another contract yet. So cliffhanger. I don't know. And that was my long shot as well. My back. But we've got another interest in the role. And this one's Michael Carrick. We all know Michael Carrick, former United player, helped the managerial team, helped on the managerial staff of other managers such as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he knows the team really well. He was in charge for, I think, 3 games for us back in November 2021, and he drew 2 and lost one. Drew 1. So that's a no loss record. It was only 3 games, but he was in charge of Middlesbrough in the Championship, and he took them from relegation zone to the playoffs in 2022-23 season. Prior to that, I did mention that he had a brief stint with United in 2021. Now, if I was going to discuss his tactical play and how he plays, I would say he's more of a 4-2-3-1 kind of guy. But he can adapt, especially when we go into attacking mode. But he likes that fast tempo and attacking style of play. He likes that high press and a focus on the transitions. He also likes a direct style of play with an emphasis on width. So he likes just adapting to the current situation that he's in. But he likes building from the back and also being content with going long if you need to from the goalkeeper to push up and win the second ball, which is what we didn't really see against Brentford. We didn't really win many second balls. And then he probably switched that up to a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-4-2 if needed. In attack, the shape becomes asymmetrical, for instance, with one fullback advancing high and the other tucking into the back three, resulting in a 3-2-5 shape. But he has been compared with the same kind of tactics as Xavi. So they both got the same kind of tactics. When I've been doing my research, I realized that it was kind of similar. So there's similar kind of managers. But in defense, after high initial pressing attempts, the team often settles on a medium block to compact the middle third. So that's basically the Xavi's and Michael Carrick's style of play. It's pretty much similar. They both like the possessions. They both like transitions. They both change the style from defense to attack. And they can change shape and play wide if they need to, or play through the middle if needed to. So we have got like similar kind of defenders. Who would I prefer? I prefer Carrick. I would prefer Carrick. He knows the team. He's been here before. He's done it. He's helped the managerial staff before. He's done a interim for about 3 games. So he knows the team really well. During the interim spell, he introduced minor but critical tactical changes compared to the previous regimes that played. For example, in the first build-up, he had McTominay drop between the centre backs to form a back three, making it easier to play through the opposition press. And it's just stuff like that, which is reason a lot of us want Carrick. Well, a lot of the people I've spoken to want Carrick. Defensively, the team typical mind setup is 4-4-2 mid-block with wingers tucked in, showing more structure in the pressing triggers. And he was praised for his leadership and for guiding the team through the transitional period, ultimately opting not to take the role permanently and stepping away when Ralph Rangnick was appointed. Talking is thirsty work, so I got my coffee. But that's Michael Carrick. Let me know what you think. Do you want Carrick? Do you want Xavi? Do you want Glasner? Do you want Iriola? Or do you want Southgate? Let me know in the comments when you get time. I know a lot of you like messaging me directly on various other platforms, and that's fine. I've got messages in my phone that I can reply back to. It's no problem. I would love you guys to leave a comment, though. Now, we're going to discuss a player returning to the first team, a member of the bomb squad. You got Tyrell Malacia. So he had that injury. He didn't listen to advice from us and went to his own doctor, which kind of messed up the op that he needed. And then when he did come back, we took him on loan to PSV. So he was at PSV for a while. And now he's returned to the first team after training away with Trafford FC. Some see it as a huge boost for the club. Others don't, because how does this actually move the needle for us? It doesn't. I don't see it moving. Although he had a decent, high energy first season, came the knee injury, came the loan to PSV, and he hasn't been the same since. We've not really wanted him. He's still young, so he can still maybe go out there in January and find a loan somewhere else. But he was part of the bomb squad. But because he hasn't played in a while, you got to think about the form. He's officially fit to come back, but the question is, what is his form going to be like? His time at PSV wasn't exactly roaring. Wasn't exactly a roaring success is the word I'm looking for. So is it going to be Premier League material? I doubt it, because Amorim's system relies heavily on specific attributes from wide defenders. So he has to learn the new requirements, the system, the shifts in the system. He has to learn all that. And we've also got depth there already with Luke Shaw, Doug can play there. We've got Aidan Heaven who can play there. So we got various different players that can actually play in that position, that are comfortable playing in that position. So this is a really a tough one, really. So, but I do wish him the best. See how he gets on. Another player that's come back is Ahmad. I read about it this morning. Well, late this morning. He's back in training today, so he's back. I'm not sure if he's going to start, because Amorim's going to say he's probably missed 100 sessions in training and, 24/7 training sessions or whatever Amorim's going to come out and say, and he's not ready to start. So I don't know whether Ahmad's going to start against Sunderland on Saturday. I'd love him to. I want him to start. He's better than Dalot. Way better than Dalot. So let's see. But Amorim loves Dalot. The last bit of news I want to discuss is the comments Mbeumo made in that interview that he had for Sky Sports, if I recall. But he was basically urging his teammates to take responsibility for the club's disappointing start to the season. The comments came after that 3-1 defeat that we had on Saturday, which posed significant pressure on Amorim. But he did say something like, I think everyone in the team needs to take responsibility. When you play in a club this big, everyone needs to know what to do as a team. We need to do better. And I agree. I do think the team needs to do better. I can't just sit here and blame Amorim for it all. I've got to sit here and blame others too. It's not, and we can all tell it's not just Amorim, because players just look like they're confused and don't want to play anymore. So him saying that, yes, I knew there was a problem, but the problem starts with the manager. It's the manager's job to motivate the team. It's the manager's job to play the players in the right position, not play Bruno as a number 8, not play Mount as left wing back or left back. I think it was against Brentford. We need players to play in the right position. You can't. There's a Michael Richards video where he's shown when the subs come on and the rotation of the team, and it just kept rotating every time. I think Delic went from right back to centre back to left back. Mount went into left back, and then it was just like players playing in the wrong position. So it's not always down to the players, it's the manager also. If the manager ain't playing the players in the right position, then you're going to get teams feeling disheartened. If you're not winning games, then you're going to have people feeling disheartened. If you're going to keep playing down the wings and not being able to get the crosses in, then that is going to happen. If you're not going to play through the middle, then the other team will. And that is what's happening. They're playing us through the middle. But we just got to wait it out and see what happens in the Sunderland game. But this puts the spotlight back on some of the players. And I do feel like there's only a few players that are certainly trying. You've got Cunha, who tries all the time, although he didn't play good against Brentford, but that might have been a fitness thing. He was injured. And Mbeumo didn't play well, but that might have been, again, it's because it's his old team. Sesko played well in the last game, definitely. But there isn't really many strong performances from many other players. And I think that's what Mbeumo's getting at. We also discussed the pressure is different at United than it is at Brentford, but obviously it would be because even though we're now, and I personally believe we are, but and this is from my own opinion. I'm not like saying you guys can agree with me. If you don't, that's fine. But I do think we're a mid-table to a lower label team now. Lower table, not label. Lower table team now. We're not a top half team. We're more of a bottom half team. And I do believe that. And I do believe because of our past glory and the stuff that we won in the past and the money that we make and turn over, we are a bigger team in that sense, but not when it comes to the league table. And now the pressure is different playing for us than it is for Brentford, because all you see in the papers and these shows and everything is United, United, United. Oh, Liverpool just won 10-0, but forget about that. It's United, United, United. Newcastle beat Barcelona 20-0. Oh, forget about that. It's United, United, United. And that's all you ever seem to get. So, yes, I do agree that it's not mainly the manager, it's the players too, but a lot of that comes down to the management also. It's how you manage your team. But he also went on to saying that the only thing we want to be focused on is ourselves. We just try to listen to what's going on inside. It's not just going on social media much, but you have to stay focused on your own things. So basically, ignore social media, just concentrate on the game. But he did back Bruno Fernandes, suggesting the team needs to offer him more support during this difficult period, acknowledging the effort that Fernandes gives to the side. But I felt like it was an honest assessment. And I felt like there was a lot of stuff that he said that I agreed with. So when you get a chance, please go watch the interview. And that brings me to the end of the show. I've got nothing else to discuss on this one. On the Friday show, I'm going to come with my tactics board, or what I think the team's going to be, or what I think the result's going to be, and who I think is going to start. It's a tough one because I don't know whether Sonny Lamon's going to start or he's going to put Bryan Mbeumo back in goal. I don't know whether Ahmad's going to come back into the team or whether he's going to be benched for Dallo, or I don't know who he's going to start whether Mainey's going to play, but is Casemiro back? Casemiro should be back. So it's just stuff like that. I need to just figure it out. But I'll be back with another video on Friday. But for now, I'll see you later. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll be bringing you more videos. But thank you for watching.